Hello students, we are doing the topic fixed capitals, where you all know we make two accounts. First one is the capital account of partners and the other is the current account of partners. So in this we are going to do calculation of new capital or readjusted capital today. This is our today's topic, calculation of new or readjusted capital. This is different from interest on capital. In these questions, interest on capital will be calculated after we have calculated new or the readjusted capital. So I have taken one example. In these questions, you are going to get excess or deficit. This I will tell you later how you are going to get it. So look at this example. There are two partners A and B whose profit sharing ratio is 2:1. A's capital is rupees 1,20,000 and B's capital is given to you as rupees 1,50,000. Now the firm has decided that A and B's capital should be readjusted in their profit sharing ratio. Means this capital should be readjusted in the ratio of 2:1. So the first thing that we are going to do is add the capitals of A and B, because unless and until we add these capitals, we cannot readjust. So we have added A's capital and B's capital, that was 1,20,000 plus 1,50,000, which comes to 2,70,000. And now what we are going to do, we are going to divide this 2,70,000 in the ratio 2:1, because this is what the question is saying. Readjust A's and B's capital in their profit sharing ratio. Alright, so when you adjust 2,70,000 in the ratio 2:1, you get 1,80,000 for A, and for B you get 90,000. Now these are the old capitals of A and B and these are the new capitals of A and B after readjustment. Alright, so we have to compare the old and the new capitals of the partners. Alright, and when we compare, we will see that one partner will have some amount in excess while the other might have deficit. Means one partner's capital will be more than he has already brought, and one partner's capital will be less. So when we compare here, A's old capital was how much? 1,20,000, right? And A's new capital is 1,80,000, which means he has to bring 60,000 rupees more. So it shows that he was having a deficit of rupees 60,000, which he has to now bring in the firm. B's old capital was how much? 1,50,000. Now B's new capital is, after readjustment, 90,000. Means he was having an excess. He had more capital than what he needs to bring now. So 60,000 rupees is his excess. This is how we find the deficit and the excess of the partners, by comparing their old capital and the new capital. Alright. One more example we are going to see. Here there are two partners X and Y. Their profit sharing ratio is 2:1. X capital is rupees 6,20,000 and Y's capital is rupees 2,40,000. Alright. On 1st November 2018, a date has been given to you. They have decided that the firm's new capital should be rupees 9 lakh. Now here only you have to understand the difference between these two cases. In this question, no new capital was given to you or no amount was given to you. The question only said readjust A and B's capital in their profit sharing ratio. But in this question, the firm has decided certain amount, that the new capital of the firm should be rupees 9 lakh, which should be divided in the profit sharing ratio of partners. Alright, so there is no need of adding these capitals to get certain amount, because already the firm has decided a certain amount. So what we are going to do, we are going to divide this 9 lakh between X and Y in their profit sharing ratio. So when we divide, we get rupees 6 lakh as X's new capital and rupees 3 lakh as Y's new capital. Now again the same step, we are going to compare. X's old capital was 6,20,000 and X's new capital is rupees 6 lakh. Alright, so it means he had some excess, that is rupees 20,000. So whenever a partner has excess, he takes it back, withdraws it. All right. In case of Y's old capital was 2,40,000, but now he has to adjust the capital at 3 lakh rupees. Means he has to bring 60,000 rupees more. All right. It means he had deficit of 60,000 rupees and now he has to bring it. When there is excess, the partner withdraws it. And when there is deficit, the partner has to bring in that particular amount. All right, I hope you have understood both the calculations. Now we are going to understand it with the help of one illustration. Look at this question. There are two partners, Ram and Gopal. Their profit sharing ratio is 3:2. On 1st April 2015, their fixed capitals are given to you as rupees 1 lakh and rupees 1,50,000. Ram's capital and Gopal's capital. On 30th June, they have decided that the total capital of the firm should be 3 lakh and this 3 lakh has to be in their profit sharing ratio. So this is what we just did in the second example. Their old capitals are given to you. Then what the firm has decided has been given to you. You have to divide this 3 lakh first in their ratio 3:2. Then you will get certain amount. And whatever amount you will get, you will compare it with the old capitals of Ram and Gopal. And then you will find out, then you will get the excess and deficit. Alright, so you can see it here. In the working note, you will show like this, calculation of new capital. Ram's new capital is 3/5 of 3 lakh and Gopal's capital is 2/5 of 3 lakh. So you got the new capitals of Ram and Gopal, 1,80,000 and 1,20,000. Alright. When you will compare it with their old capitals, you will see that Ram was having a deficit of 80,000 rupees, means he has to bring it, whereas Gopal was having an excess of 30,000 rupees, which means he has to withdraw it. Now, where you are going to show this excess and deficit? When there is deficit, you have to bring more, which is like bringing additional capital. When there is deficit, you withdraw it, which is like permanent withdrawal. So same treatment we are going to do in the partner's capital account. Alright. Who has to bring? Ram has to bring more. So you will write down on the credit side of the partner's capital account, by bank account, 80,000 rupees. I hope you remember that you used to do this when a partner used to bring additional capital. Right? You used to show it on the credit side of the partner's capital account. So Ram was having deficit, he will bring. Then Gopal was having excess, so he will take it back. So you used to show permanent withdrawal on the debit side of partner's capital account. So you will show it here on the debit side of partner's capital account to bank account in Gopal's column, rupees 30,000. Alright, this is the treatment of excess and deficit that we find out when we compare the old and the new capital of partners. Alright, so this is a new topic that you have to do in today's question. Reading the rest of the question. In this question, you have been given the interest on capitals at the rate of 12% per annum. So interest on capitals calculation will be the same as you did in case of additional capital. When a partner used to bring additional capital or used to withdraw some amount, what you used to do? First, you used to see that the old capital has remained for how much time. So the old capital here has remained from 1st April till 30th June, because on 30th June they decided that the new capital of the firm should be 3 lakh. So first you are going to calculate for 3 months, interest for 3 months on 1 lakh and 1,50,000. Alright. Got this all of you? These are their old capitals. Rate will be 12% only. And then you will calculate the interest on capital for the remaining months on the new capitals, 1,80,000 and 1,20,000, which you calculated here at the rate of 12%. So this you all know how to calculate interest on capital. Another thing in this question is, you have been given different dates of drawings of partners. Earlier in the questions you were given, either you were given no date or you were given just one date. So when you are given 2 dates of withdrawal, it doesn't matter when the partner has withdrawn. We have to take the time from the date the partner has withdrawn till the end of financial year. All right. So in both the cases, when they withdrew in October, you will calculate the interest on how many months? From October till the end. So October, November, December, January, February and March. That is 6 months. And when they withdrew in December, then you will calculate from, because they have withdrawn on 31st, you will calculate from January, February and March. So the difference between calculating interest on capital and interest on drawings is that in case of interest on capital, you first calculate from the day when the capital was brought till the date when the additional capital was brought, not the end of the year. All right. But in case of interest on drawings, you always calculate till the end of financial year, whenever the partner has withdrawn the money. So this is how you're going to calculate the interest on drawings. Another new point that is given in this question is the partners decided that 10% of the profits was to be kept as reserve. This we studied in the beginning only when we did the format of profit and loss appropriation account. Whenever firm decides that a certain percentage has to be kept as reserve out of the profits given to you, that is shown on the debit side of the profit and loss account. So I hope you have understood today's topic and the new adjustments in calculations. I will be forwarding you the questions that you have to do in your registers. Next topic that we are going to do is interest on partners' loan to the firm. Thank you.